For today's Spirit Assist, I've come up to a local landmark, the former Catholic Church, St. John's. And the reason I've come up here today is because it's been coming into my awareness a fair bit over the last week or two. There was a post on the mountain that mentioned it as far as a possible presence was concerned, some spirit activity. And I've always been fascinated by the building. I even looked up and tried to find some history on it in the past week, and it's really hard to nail anything down as far as when it was built, when it was closed, what went on here. There'd certainly be some people on the mountain who know exactly the ins and outs of the history of the place, but it's a fascinating place with an energetic. There's no two ways about that. Just driving up here, sometimes if there is some spiritual activity, I can feel it in a type of an aura tightening around my head and my shoulders, if there's a spirit that understands what's going on and possibly wants to be contacted. And I definitely felt that with this building and this place. So what we'll do, I'm not going to do the Spirit Assist channeling session here. I'll walk down the road a little bit. There's a local park and we can do it there undisturbed. And we'll see who comes through and if they have any information for us and if they need some assistance. Let's go and see. So it turns out the park was full of people and pets. So we were getting a bit disturbed and couldn't go into trance deep enough to be able to conduct the Spirit Assist session. So we're going to do it today in a very different way, one I haven't done before, and that's in the car, right outside the church. The church is right there and I'm looking at it. So as we've talked about before, location isn't important, but if it was, we're right at the doorstep. So I'll go into trance now. We'll ask Alex to come through and see if he wants to share anything with us before we ask any beings, any people that might have passed over and who have an attachment to the place, to St. John's, to come through and share with us where they're up to and if they want any assistance whatsoever. Let's see how we go. Yes. We know some days it's trickier than others. But you also know when it's time to speak. That's when the energy flows, so allow it to come through. Here I am, it's I, Alex again, with you. Blessings to you all and thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting us in this. And we know you are. This may not be watched for weeks, for months, for years to come. And yet when it is, those of you who watch, those of you who take on board what is being discovered through these explorations, what is being taken on board by those of you who understand what is at stake here, what is being opened up to within yourselves. Blessings to you and thank you. Thank you so much. You're gaining more from it now than you know. Words, the narrative, what takes place is one thing, but as we have said before and we will say again, even through the visual medium, this video, you will be able to today, tomorrow and in the future pick up the resonance, feel it within you. When there is something within these videos that calls out to you, take a moment in that place and let that tone within yourself sing out and connect with what you are sensing and what you are knowing. Because there is more to this Spirit Assist than meeting the one we shall soon and meeting the others of a higher tone that come through. There is so much more to it. There is more than the story that is being told in this one format. So much more. What that is will be different for each individual who experiences it, but at the same time it is wide, it is vast, it is perpetually and in perpetuity ever evolving and growing. And that is what you are part of today. So thank you once again. So we do have Mother Mary today. She has so kindly said, in this instance, I would like to be present. In this instance, I would like to assist. And in this instance, I would like to be myself as I come through Dean. As I come through Dean and we blend, as I come through Dean and express oneself. This is coming from Mother Mary now. She shall say those words to you herself very soon. but I'm sharing it in brief to let you know why she has chosen this day to come back and assist in this. And it is to show you that all beings, irrespective of who you are in this body, irrespective of what you have lived, what you have done, what you feel guilty about, what you feel atoned for, is irrelevant. You may also know the grace and the beauty and the resplendent divinity within yourself, because it is always. So let us now, dear ones, thank you once again. I'll move aside. And Mother is saying to me she'd like the person to come through first and she shall come through afterwards, or during, if that is okay. And of course, the process is not set in stone, so let us do as she asks. We have the person here now. They're eager, they are willing, and we shall see. We shall meet them, simply. Well, never did I think I would see the day that I, a man of the church, a man who from the holy book of scripture and verse, a man who lived my life so deeply, and what I felt to be reverence when I could grasp it. Never did I feel or know that a day would come where there would be an experience where that life, those goals, those aspirations would culminate in a moment whereby I now know all of it. At its heart is truth. Here I am, without a body of my own anymore, back in a body, and I can feel now everything I learned in that life, everything I knew in my body, good and bad, the confusion, the upset, the turmoil, the joy, the ecstasy sometimes, the closeness to my God, and the disconnection sometimes from that God that I knew. Everything now, I passed out of body, I've been in spirit for a while, and now, in this strange manner that I never thought possible, it is all coming together. I feel it all because I am back in body for a moment. Because I have spent time as spirit sitting with, meditating on, doing my best to understand what is and what is not important. The memories of the flesh can be lost so easily, but now I have it for a moment, and in this everything is falling into place, and I thank you for that gift. You have visited me here, my church, one of my churches, and has not been for a long while, and although I am not here, I do not spend my time here. It was a place of deep love and compassion and care and community and coming together, and I am connected to this place. I truly am. And so when a call came out today, who is one of those who is connected to this place, for a man wishes to meet you and to understand things about you. Then I responded, and I can see the place now. I almost do not wish to look across and see her in the way she is now, because she's not in her former glory. Dear. You know, though, I can still see the beauty. I can still see the simplicity of God's home, where all his children can come to commune with the God within themselves and the greater God all around us. It's still there. The place is still here. The grass lives, the trees grow. And for a moment I will let the man adjust what he must. He can do that while I continue to talk and do my best to feel what is still here. And I am so pleased that it is not the building, but the place that holds all of that. Yes, let me settle for a moment. The man, Dean is his name, has had to come back in slightly to adjust the technology, as it were. But I will settle, and I will be here, and I will be thankful and grateful for this experience. Yes, there is a little bit of melancholy with me, and I do not wish that to be the main feeling that I gain from this experience. I wish to share the joy. I wish to share the community, the communing within a group of friends who understand possibly nothing else about each other except their love of God, whatever that God is to them, whatever their spirituality is to them, whatever it gives them, whatever it takes away from them, whatever in some instances keeps them from, and whatever it draws them closer to. But when they would walk in our doors, they understood that we were all there for the same reason, to understand ourselves in this strange and confusing place. And they did. Not all, but most did. Most had that moment of clarity. Most had that moment where all things made sense for them and they could leave at the end of a morning. And I would see them many times come in stooped, come in bent over, and walk out straight and tall and uplifted and graceful. And that's what this place was for. And I thank you for asking me to come back here this day. Thank you so much. It is a blessing. And I bless you all. I bless you all who witness this. I bless you in your own journeys, because you have them. Each and every human does. And that journey, whether you know it or not, from within will keep you motivated, keep you moving, keep you striving, even though it doesn't feel like it, it is there. It drives us all back to the God that we know, back to the God that we wish to understand in our own way. And all are correct, all are right. There is no incorrect God. There is no wrong divinity. Let me share that with you now. Let me tell you that, having lived lives, many, having been without my body, having experienced much and forgetting most, and then remembering that all is right. You will find your way. You will know your truth. Yes, most certainly you will know your truth. So thank you. It's a blessing. And if I pause for one moment and see without my eyes, I see who is with you, and my goodness. I've not asked her to come to me because, not in this way, but here she is. And she says, I too am worthy. I wish to meet with her, and I wish to hold her. She said, I can, and I must. So I'll leave you now, dear man. Thank you so much. And this place, which has given me such joy in my life. Thank you. It's me, Dean. I'm back. So while I was in trance just then, Mother Mary just said to me, I'm with John. I'm with Father John. You need no more explanation of what has taken place. Everything he just shared, she said I could do no better. There's nothing else to be said, nothing else to be shared. So I'll let you this time, if you have any questions, write them in the comments and I'll see if I can answer them. Always surprised, always astounded, always amazed with who and what comes through and what they share, and how personal and how special and how unique it is. So there was no need for any assistance in this case, but the assistance, see, who am I to decide what that assistance is? All of us have this idea that if there is potentially a spirit or a person who's passed over that needs some sort of help, that we do some sort of opening up to the light and off they go. And assistance, as we know in our own lives, comes in so many different ways. Simply by listening to a friend, there's help, there's care, there's compassion. So today I'll have to think more about it, and quickly, because a lot of this information of the experience goes really quickly. It's like a dream. I come to and I can remember it for a while, and then it drifts away. Within minutes I'm left with sensation and a scene or two, and the rest is gone. And that's one reason why I'm recording these as well, for my own posterity and memory into the future. So today it seems though the help was Father John, as Mother Mary has told me his name, was so pleased being connected to the place to come back in a body and feel certain things all come together for him, because of his connection and his love to the place and the community, and his search for his own spirituality or divinity or closeness to God. So beautiful man, felt so relaxed and calm and centered and really humble and grateful, so grateful of what happened today. So thank you again. I'm enjoying these places where I live, and I'll find some more and we'll go from there. Please too, if you watch this and you have something going on for you to do with the spirit world, whether it be a spirit that may be in your home, that you feel might be attached to your auric field in some way, we can work with you. We can find out what's going on, and if we're able to, if that's what's necessary, we can help clear them for you with love and compassion and with consideration for everyone involved. So thank you again, and we'll see you next time.